What's going on, everybody? It is getting into the new year, and so I want to deliver some solid advice for everybody out there who is going to be trying to start to burn fat, trying to start to get in shape, trying to do their New Year's thing and really start to improve their lives. And, one of the hardest things I face with my clients when I'm starting to work with them is in breaking a sugar habit. A lot of people need their daily dose of sugar. They feel they need their daily dose of sugar, and if they don't get it, they get moody, their energy starts to go down, they start to get into a world of hurt. And what I have to say here is that, we call it a sugar addiction, but the very idea of calling it an addiction is actually pretty controversial. Scientists haven't been able to demonstrate a neurological pathway in humans that shows a sugar addiction. And I want to tell you, I have a helper article that I'm going to link below that you guys can check out that's going to have references for all the ideas I'm going to put forth. But one of these ideas is that there is no neurological pathway in humans for a sugar addiction. They have been able to demonstrate it in mice and rats, but they're doubtful that it actually exists in human beings. But for those of us who have withdrawn off sugar, we know that we feel pretty crappy when we've been eating sugar for a while and we start to come off of it. And we also know that we face really, really strong cravings for sugar. So the question is, if it's not an addiction, it's just a craving, how do we overcome it? And what you have to understand is that even though there's not a neurological pathway for sugar addiction, or not one that can be demonstrated anyways, it's not necessarily us as an organism that's actually craving the sugar. Now that might sound crazy to you, but you're actually not just a single organism. You're actually millions of different organisms clumped together in this meat bag that we have called a body. And what I'm talking about is your body is actually populated heavily by bacteria. A lot of that bacteria lives in your intestinal tract. And your intestinal tract, as I've said in so many videos, is connected to your brain via something called the vagus nerve, VAGUS. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but bear with me here. So those bacteria that live in your intestinal tract, they can actually have a very strong influence over your mood, over your thoughts, over your cravings, right? And that's because scientists have actually been able to demonstrate that bacteria can actually influence the cravings of their hosts. They can actually give you an appetite for different types of things. So if you have an overgrowth of unfriendly bacteria like Candida feeds off of sugar. So it's going to send signals up to your brain saying, hey, we need some sugar down here. We're trying to take this place over. We're trying to get all these other, foofy, friendly bacteria out of here. And we just want to take over your intestinal tract. So, get us a candy bar stat, right? And that's what they're going to do. So one of the first things you really need to do if you want to heal or get rid of a sugar addiction is to fix your gut, fix your digestive tract. Start to populate it with friendly bacteria. I've gone over this in tons and tons of videos. There's directions also in the helper article. And again, I'm going to link that below and up in the tags. So you want to fix your digestion, making sure that you're eating a lot of leafy green vegetables to feed friendly bacteria so that they can get strong enough to fight off those unfriendly bacteria. You also want to make sure that you are eating fermented foods to populate your gut. Kimchi, raw sauerkraut, kombucha. I sound like a broken record with this stuff. I say it in every video. Make sure that you're eating fermented foods and maintain that. The next thing I would do is I would go into your closet and I'd find all those cookies, all those chocolate covered graham crackers themselves, all those little snacks, the cereals, all the sugar laden stuff. I'd get that and I'd throw it out. At work, keep all that stuff away from your desk. And then what you want to do is you want to make sure that you have a good supply of non-sugary snacks, things like some natural beef jerky. Epic makes these amazing fat and protein bars, and they have things like buffalo and grass-fed beef in them. They're mixed in with some nuts, fruit. They taste awesome. So get yourself a few of those. You can also check out F-Bomb Nutrition. They have these amazing, delicious fuel packets that are filled with macadamia nut butter and coconut oil. And those are absolutely delicious. They taste just like a macadamia nut cookie, but it's in a paste and it's sugar-free. So get yourself some sugar-free snacks. The other thing is, eat a lot of healthy fats. Fats can actually help to increase your level of satiety. They can help you feel more full. If you put some MCT oil into your coffee in the morning, that can help to give you some more brain energy. That'll help to get you through the day. The point is, you want to be full and happy. You also, the week that you're coming off of sugar, you might want to try to indulge yourself into some really good non-sugary meals. You know, make yourself a good ribeye steak, or you know, get yourself some you know, something else that you really like. Maybe make a really nice stew that you love, or something like that. You want to give yourself something to look forward to later in the day that doesn't include sugar, right? And you know, just for that week, it might be more expensive for that week because you're getting all this super indulgent food, but you're also giving yourself something to be happy about in the absence of sugar. And after that week, you can go back to you know, eating less expensive food. And then, you know, finally, really make sure that you're not being too hard on yourself. If you fall off the wagon, get right back on there. You know, there's gonna be social situations where there's gonna be sugar involved. If you mess up, you know, get right back on it and continue the course, because you got to remember why you're doing this in the first place. You're doing this to be a better version of yourself. You're doing this because you have goals you want to reach, and you want to push yourself toward reaching them, and you want to live life with better energy and with a better mood. So that's my take on getting rid of a sugar addiction, or we'll call it a craving in this case, because we don't know that it's actually an addiction. And you know, like I said, check out that helper article. I reference all the scientific articles that my advice is based off of, and we've got a lot of really good links on the article to some good resources that you can use to help to beat your sugar addiction. So with that, thanks for listening. Hope you like and subscribe my channel, and or like the video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll be back at you really soon with a new video.